Chosen one, know this, your presence here is no mere coincidence. Heaven itself has orchestrated this very moment, drawing you into a divine appointment, an encounter you were destined to experience. As these words resonate within you, recognize that you stand at the precipice of a supernatural financial breakthrough, a transfer of divine wealth prepared solely for you. What has been withheld is now unleashed. What was once delayed now surges forward with accelerated speed. For Scripture proclaims, the blessing of the Lord brings wealth, without any painful sorrow. Open your spirit, beloved. This isn't just a video. It's an activation, a sacred stirring, a holy proclamation over your destiny. There comes a pivotal moment in the life of every chosen one, a moment when they pause, finally, to ponder the question that has followed them since childhood. Why do people look at me like that? It's a question that lingers, a quiet hum in the background of ordinary days, during a casual stroll through the grocery store, while patiently waiting in line for coffee, or as you pass a stranger in a hallway. These moments might seem insignificant, mere chance encounters, but they are laden with purpose. Chosen one. Every gaze that has lingered upon you carries a profound spiritual meaning, and now is the time to grasp the reason why people look at you as though they've known you for countless lifetimes. Outwardly, nothing seems amiss. You're simply navigating your day, attending to your own affairs, making no conscious effort to attract attention. Yet, the eyes of others find you, quickly at first, then slowly, then intensely, as if searching for something they can't quite name. And here's where the confusion might have resided for years. Their reactions aren't about your clothes, your posture, or your hairstyle. They're responding to your energy, to the frequency of your spirit, to the ancient signature you carry effortlessly. The truth is simple yet deeply profound. Your soul was known long before your physical form ever entered this world. When someone's gaze locks onto yours, they're not recognizing your face. They're recalling a memory of your essence. Before time itself wrapped around your body, before breath filled your lungs, your spirit traversed realms that human language struggles to capture. You were known in those realms. You walked with purpose within those realms. And some of the souls you encounter today brushed against your spirit there, in the unseen, long before this earthly meeting. This is why their eyes linger. Their mind can't quite place you, but their spirit remembers. And this unspoken familiarity unsettles them in ways they don't fully comprehend. Your presence carries a trace of eternity, and eternity always disrupts the temporary. It's why your presence stirs people, even when you intend to remain unnoticed. It's like catching a scent from childhood, something nostalgic, something comforting, something haunting, and not being able to pinpoint its source. When people stare at you, what they're sensing is the fragrance of heaven resting upon you. It's not an earthly fragrance, not something you wear, but something you are. You might not have understood it growing up. You might have wondered why you felt different, why you never quite blended in, why people reacted to you with fascination, admiration, curiosity, or even discomfort. But the reason is spiritual, chosen one. God placed a mark upon you, a mark that announces your presence before you speak, that signals your identity before you explain it, a mark that declares, this one carries purpose, this one carries destiny, this one carries light. And whether people recognize it consciously or not, they respond to what their spirit perceives. There may have been days when you wished you could fade into the background, days when you longed for invisibility, days when the weight of being seen felt overwhelming. But invisibility was never part of your divine design. You were created to stand out, not through effort, but through essence. You shine simply because you exist. You attract because you carry. You disrupt because you are anointed. Once you embrace this, you begin to discern the spiritual pattern behind every lingering stare. Each one is a confirmation, a reminder that you are set apart. Some individuals stare because they sense hope in you, the version of themselves they abandoned. Others stare because they feel truth in you, the truth they have avoided for years. And some stare because your presence reveals their unhealed wounds. You become a mirror not by choice but by calling. And then there are those who stare with awe, those who feel peace when you walk by, those who can't explain why their spirit calms when you enter the room. These people aren't reacting to your physical presence. They're responding to the light of God reflected in you. They are drawn to what you carry because heaven in you awakens heaven in them. I have lived this myself. I know what it feels like to walk into rooms and feel eyes scanning me before I even settle in. I know what it feels like to be admired and misunderstood in the same breath. There were seasons where I questioned God, asking why I couldn't simply be ordinary. But as time went on, He revealed what I now share with you. The eyes of others reveal the truth of who you are, long before you realize it yourself. Their reactions are prophetic. Their stares are spiritual data. Their responses are heaven's way of saying, you are not like them. You were never meant to be like them. So, chosen one, the next time someone stares at you as though searching for a memory, let your spirit smile. They are not confused. They are awakening. They are encountering the echo of a connection older than time. They are witnessing the signature of God on your life. And though they may not fully understand it, their soul recognizes what their mind has forgotten. And this is only the beginning because soon what people sense spiritually will begin to manifest physically. Their awareness of you is the first sign. The divine recognition you stir in others is evidence that heaven is aligning something bigger, something tied to your purpose, your breakthrough, and the supernatural transfer awaiting you. To truly understand the deeper reason behind the way people look at you, you must begin to see yourself beyond the confines of human identity. You're not merely a person navigating the world. You're a living intersection where heaven and earth converge. Every time you enter a space, something spiritual transpires long before any physical interaction takes place. The atmosphere rearranges itself around you, as though the unseen realm is adjusting to accommodate the weight you carry. And the people around you sense this rearrangement, even if they cannot articulate it. Some feel peace, some feel conviction, some feel curiosity, some feel threatened, and some feel an overwhelming sense that they've encountered you somewhere before. But this recognition isn't bound to memory. It's bound to a familiarity of essence. They aren't remembering your face. They're remembering your frequency. They're remembering the trace of eternity woven through your being. When they stare, what they're actually confronting is the fact that your existence disrupts the limits of their understanding. Let's delve deeper. Many people in this world live entirely on the surface, from logic, routine, habit, and expectation. They perceive life in straight lines, confined to what they can touch and explain. But when they encounter you, something within them breaks that surface. Their spirit begins to react, often before their mind can catch up. It's similar to a dream you know you've had before but can't quite recall, or a melody you recognize instantly though you can't remember where you first heard it. You, chosen one, are that melody. You are that familiar dream. People stare because you awaken something ancient and spiritual within them. This awakening, however, doesn't always feel gentle. There are moments when someone's gaze feels heavy, invasive, or unsettling. That's because not everyone who stares is responding to your light with peace. Some are reacting with discomfort because your presence exposes what they've been running from. Your energy brings truth to the surface, and truth is something many avoid at all costs. For some people, you remind them of the hope they buried when life disappointed them. For others, you mirror the courage they abandoned when fear took over. And for a few, you reflect the wounds they never healed, wounds they pushed so deeply inside that it feels safer to ignore them than confront them. When they look at you, they're not just seeing a person. They're seeing a mirror they didn't ask for. This is why you've experienced the full spectrum of reactions, the warm smiles, the confused stares, the long, searching glances, and even the cold, sharp looks that feel like an unspoken warning. But hear this, none of these responses are random. They reveal the truth that you are spiritually identifiable. Even strangers sense that you carry a presence not found in ordinary people. What they detect is the kingdom inside you, the evidence that you walk with a clarity, depth, and authority that cannot be fabricated. Think about the rooms you've walked into where you felt the energy shift instantly. People became quieter. Someone looked up before you even approached. Conversations paused for reasons no one could explain. You didn't say a word. You didn't announce yourself. You simply showed up and the spiritual realm responded. This isn't imagination. It's discernible spiritual activity. It's what happens when the light inside you collides with the shadows inside them. Chosen one, your presence tests people. Not intentionally. You are not testing anyone. But the light within you forces every shadow around you to reveal itself. This is why some individuals are drawn to you with genuine admiration, because they see in you a purity, strength, or peace they long for. Yet others feel exposed, vulnerable, even defensive, because your presence disrupts the false identities they've built to protect their wounds. This is also why you cannot take the reactions of others personally. Their responses are less about you and more about the spiritual reality inside them. God designed you this way, to be noticeable, to be spiritually discerned, to be a walking revelation of his fingerprints. If you shrink yourself to avoid attention, you dim the very light God placed in you to guide others. Now consider another reason people notice you. Your destiny has weight. When you walk into a room, the destiny on your life enters with you. People may not understand what they're feeling, but they sense that you are not random. There is purpose trailing behind you like a shadow. There is calling hovering above you like a crown. There is promise surrounding you like a fragrance. And this purpose signals itself to others in ways you cannot hide. Your spirit speaks louder than your voice. This is why God often allows you to feel the emotions behind someone's stare. Sometimes you feel peace, a sign that this person is aligned with your spirit. Other times you feel resistance, a warning that this person's intentions are not pure. That sensation in your chest, that tug in your intuition, that sudden clarity you can't explain, that isn't anxiety. That is discernment. It's one of the greatest gifts you carry. Discernment protects you from false friendships, manipulative opportunities, and spiritually unsafe connections. It's God's early warning system, allowing you to sense before you step, while others walk blindly into situations that harm them. The spiritual visibility you carry is not a burden. It is a shield. But here's something even deeper. The way people respond to you is part of your elevation. It's connected to the supernatural promotion God is preparing you for. When people stare at you, they're sensing what heaven is about to do in your life. They're witnessing the glow of a future breakthrough, the vibration of a coming financial transfer, the rising authority of your calling, even before you see it fully. Chosen one, this is why you cannot shrink. The world senses your ascension before you do. Now that you understand the spiritual recognition that surrounds your life, it's time to explore a deeper truth. Your presence is not passive. You don't merely enter spaces. You shift them. You alter the emotional, spiritual, and even psychological atmosphere the moment you step foot into a room. This is not exaggeration. It's the natural consequence of carrying a soul awakened by divine assignment. You see, most people move through the world with dormant spirits. They navigate life from habit, routine, survival, and self-preservation. Their spirits sleep under layers of distraction, unresolved pain, and earthly concerns. But you, chosen one, your spirit is awake. You were designed differently. The breath inside you carries intention. The footsteps you take carry direction. The presence you bring carries instruction, even when you do not speak. This is why when you walk into a room, some people straighten their posture without knowing why. Others become nervous, self-conscious, or overly talkative. Some go quiet, not because they dislike you, but because your energy enters first, and their spirit senses something it cannot name. You awaken the parts of them they had forgotten. You stir the still waters of their subconscious. You remind them of the truth they buried beneath the noise of their own lives. Your presence acts as a catalyst. For some, it sparks hope. For others, conviction. For a few, discomfort. And for many, curiosity. A pull they can't logically explain. But here is where the mystery deepens. When someone stares at you intensely, often with confusion or fascination, they are reacting to something far older than this moment. They're not just looking at your physical form. They're looking at your origin. Their soul recognizes the realm you came from. Their spirit recalls the frequency of your calling. Before this earthly journey, your paths may have brushed in the unseen. You may have stood on the same spiritual battlefield, worshipped in the same eternal space, or carried similar assignments in another dimension of God's design. Your life did not begin at birth. Your story did not begin in childhood. Your identity did not begin when someone gave you a name. You came from eternity, and eternity still clings to you. That is why people feel something old and familiar in your presence, something they cannot quite understand but cannot ignore. And this recognition is not one-sided. You too have had moments when you sensed someone's spirit long before you knew their name. You have met people who felt strangely familiar, though you had no logical reason to feel connected. You have encountered individuals whose presence stirred something deep within you. A quiet knowing, a subtle echo, a spiritual déjà vu. These moments are not coincidences. They are divine markers, reminders that our spirits know things our minds do not remember. Yet recognition is only one part of what sets you apart. you also carry assignment. When people stare at you, they're responding not only to who you are, but to what you carry. Your spirit transmits purpose. Your energy transmits authority. Your presence transmits destiny. There is a mission sealed inside you. And whether people understand it or not, they feel its weight. Some sense that you are here to break cycles. Some sense that you carry healing in your eyes. Some sense that you possess answers they've been searching for. Some sense that you will one day rise into influence, leadership, wealth, or spiritual mastery. And some, sensing this but not understanding it, react with envy or hostility. But you must not shrink because of their reaction. Their discomfort is not a sign that you are wrong. It's a sign that you are aligned. Now let's explore how this alignment affects environments. You have noticed it, haven't you? When you walk into a space, the energy changes. Conversations pause, people shift, some brighten, some tense, but the room never stays the same. This is not accidental. Your presence acts as a spiritual filter. Light enters a place, and shadows have no choice but to reveal themselves. People who are sincere feel drawn to you. People who are deceptive feel exposed. People who are broken feel seen. People who are spiritually asleep feel awakened. And those who operate with negative intent or hidden motives feel threatened, even if you say nothing. It is because your spirit confronts things without speaking. You carry truth, and truth unsettles falsehood. You carry purity, and purity confronts corruption. You carry destiny, and destiny disrupts complacency. This is why some individuals avoid your gaze, not because they dislike you, but because looking into your eyes reveals their own soul. You carry a mirror forged in the spiritual realm. This is also why God trained you through loneliness. He allowed you to walk through seasons where you felt unseen, unsupported, misunderstood, or unwanted, not because you were lacking, but because he was refining your discernment. You needed to learn how to read spirits, not faces. How to sense intentions, not words. How to trust energy, not appearances. Everything you have lived through has been preparation, and now your gift is awakened. You can sense when someone's smile is real or false. You can feel when someone admires you or envies you. You can detect when someone carries peace or chaos. You know immediately when someone's presence aligns or clashes with your spirit. This is spiritual maturity. This is divine training. This is why you feel things so deeply. You were not made to live life on the surface. You were born to walk between realms, to interpret both the visible and the invisible. But here is the truth that might surprise you. Every stare, every pause, every strange moment of recognition is also a prophecy. It's evidence that heaven has placed something on your life that earth cannot ignore. You are being elevated spiritually long before you are elevated publicly. People sense you're rising before you see it yourself. Chosen one, this is why your visibility is increasing. This is why your presence draws attention. This is why people feel something when you walk by. It's not fame. It's marking. It is calling. It is heaven's spotlight preparing you for what comes next. And what comes next will require the fullness of who you are. By now you are beginning to understand that the stares, the reactions, and the energetic shifts you witness are not random experiences. They are spiritual indicators. They reveal the reality that your life carries intention far beyond what the natural eye can perceive. But there is another layer to this truth. A deeper realm that explains why you cannot walk through life unnoticed. Your presence carries assignment. Every chosen one walks with a specific spiritual mandate, a divine imprint woven into their essence. This imprint is not silent. Even when you are quiet, even when you attempt to blend in, even when you try to minimize your energy to make others comfortable, your assignment still speaks. And the souls around you, whether awakened or not, pick up on that signal. Some interpret the signal as peace. Some interpret it as pressure. Some interpret it as fascination. And some interpret it as threat. But all of them feel something. You see, the spiritual world recognizes you even when the natural world does not. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, your assignment was spoken into existence. Heaven discussed your purpose. Angels were appointed to accompany you. The trajectory of your calling was already held in God's hands. And because you carry this pre-written story, your presence carries the weight of that divine conversation. This is why individuals stare at you as though searching for something they lost. This is why you feel observed in rooms where no one knows your name. This is why people react to you with emotions they cannot explain, because your spirit is not entering those rooms alone. Your calling enters with you. Your anointing enters with you. Your legacy enters with you. But let's look closely at a phenomenon that many chosen ones overlook. The energetic shift that occurs the moment you enter a space. You've felt it countless times. You can step into a room of laughter and suddenly feel the atmosphere tighten. You can join a conversation and watch someone grow unusually quiet. You can sit down beside someone and sense their internal discomfort or sudden transparency. These shifts are not social awkwardness. They are spiritual reactions. Chosen one, your presence exposes truth. Not because you intend to, but because truth lives inside you. You are a carrier of divine light, and divine light reveals everything it touches. People are not reacting to you. They are reacting to what awakens inside them. When your spirit comes near, your energy triggers reflection. Your essence activates recognition. Your very existence stirs what some people have spent years trying to suppress. Some stare because your presence reminds them of the person they could have been if they had not abandoned themselves. Others stare because your spiritual purity confronts parts of them they have tried to hide. And some stare because they sense destiny in you and feel intimidated by what they cannot name. This is what it means to be chosen. Your existence is a mirror and a catalyst. You do not get to choose who feels comforted or who feels convicted. You do not get to decide who admires you or who feels threatened. Your assignment does the speaking long before your mouth ever does. Let's go even deeper. The reactions people have around you are not only emotional or spiritual. They are prophetic. They foreshadow the kind of influence, leadership, and authority you are stepping into. People sense you're rising long before you rise visibly. Their stars are evidence that your spirit has stepped into a higher dimension before your life has caught up. When someone cannot take their eyes off you, it is because they feel the pull of something greater on your life, something that will one day affect nations, communities, families, or generations. Your calling radiates forward in time. Your destiny casts a shadow before you arrive. Your elevation announces itself through spiritual vibrations, and the people around you feel this vibration even when they do not understand it. It is like standing beside a train before it emerges from the tunnel. You feel the rumble before you see the movement. In the same way, people feel the rumble of your future. You are not only changing, you are ascending. An ascension cannot be hidden, but with ascension comes separation. With visibility comes refinement. With calling comes misunderstanding. This is why some individuals draw closer to you while others pull away. Some people cannot remain in the same space where you are evolving, a symphony of change playing out in your very being. But understand, this evolution can be a jarring note to those who cling to the familiar. Some will recoil, finding your growth a disruption to their carefully constructed comfort zones. Others might withdraw, your very presence a mirror reflecting their own avoidance of authenticity, a vulnerability they dare not embrace. But you, chosen one, must not falter. Do not diminish yourself. Do not apologize for the blossoming that is rightfully yours. You are not responsible for the internal storms your light ignites in others. Their reactions are merely a reflection of their own spiritual readiness, a measure of their own journey, not a judgment on your inherent worth. Your sole obligation is to walk the path laid out for you, to align yourself with the divine blueprint etched into your soul by God himself. And this alignment, this true north of your being, demands courage. The courage to stand tall, to be seen in all your glory, even when it invites misunderstanding. The courage to be a beacon of light, even when it exposes the shadows that others prefer to keep hidden. The courage to stand firm, even when your strength unsettles those around you. The courage to accept that your path is unique, that you cannot and should not try to emulate the steps of others. For your calling is a singular, divine assignment. Hear this truth resonating deep within your spirit. God, in his infinite wisdom, has entrusted you with visibility because he has entrusted you with a purpose. Your presence is not accidental, it is intentional. It is a signal, a beacon meant to be noticed, so that the right doors may swing open before you, the right connections may recognize the resonance of your spirit, and the right opportunities may align themselves with the grand design of your destiny. Heaven is not trying to conceal you, but rather, it is orchestrating your unveiling. Every gaze that lingers is a sign, a marker on your journey. Every reaction, whether positive or negative, is a revelation, a glimpse into the hearts of those around you. Every shift, every change in the atmosphere, is a confirmation that you are indeed stepping into your purpose, not with hesitant steps, but with an undeniable force. The world is responding to the decree that heaven has already proclaimed, a symphony of recognition echoing your divine assignment. Now that you understand the profound spiritual recognition, the atmospheric shifts that swirl around your presence, let us delve into one of the most significant truths of your journey. The stare is not merely a response, it is a revelation. It is a window into the inner world of the observer, a glimpse into the state of their spirit, a whisper of their unspoken intentions. And, most importantly, it reveals the divine strategy God employs to protect, guide, and elevate you. For what many fail to grasp is this. The human face can be a mask, emotions concealed behind practiced smiles. The voice can be a master of disguise, motives hidden beneath carefully chosen words, and words themselves can be instruments of deception. But the eyes cannot lie in the presence of a chosen one. When someone looks at you, their spirit speaks volumes long before their mouth utters a single word. Their eyes betray the truth that their personality attempts to conceal, the secrets they try to bury deep within. And you, anointed one, were created to feel the currents that flow behind those eyes, to sense the unspoken truths that linger in the air. This is why, for as long as you can remember, you have sensed things without tangible evidence. You have read people like open books, gleaning insights without the need for information. You have felt the chilling presence of danger before the event unfolded, picked up on subtle deceptions before a single false word was spoken. You were not imagining things, dear one, you were discerning them. Discernment is not a skill you acquired through study or practice. It is a spiritual gift you were born with, a finely tuned instrument refined through the storms of life, shaped by the heartbreaks you endured, and sharpened by the periods of isolation you experienced. Many people envy your intuition, marvel at your insight, without understanding the price you paid for it. They admire your ability to see beneath the surface, without knowing the nights you cried, the betrayals you suffered, the moments you questioned your own sanity because others insisted you were overreacting. But your sensitivity, that keen awareness, was never a flaw, it was spiritual intelligence, a divine gift. It was heaven training your senses, calibrating them to navigate a world where intentions often hide beneath layers of polite smiles and carefully constructed facades. Discernment, you see, is not paranoia. Paranoia is fear masquerading as wisdom, a distorted lens that paints shadows where there is only light. Discernment, on the other hand, is wisdom refusing to be fooled by fear, a clear and unwavering clarity gifted by God himself. Discernment is the compass of the chosen, and every stare you receive activates this compass, aligning you with your true course. You can feel the warmth of good intentions radiating from someone, sense when another is drawn to the purity of your spirit. You can detect the subtle undercurrents of envy, insecurity, or hidden agendas. Your chest tightens, your spirit whispers warnings, your very atmosphere alerts you to the presence of danger. These reactions are not random, they are messages, divine breadcrumbs leading you down the path of righteousness. But here is the deeper truth, the profound understanding that underpins it all. You were given this gift of discernment because your calling demands it. The higher God elevates you, the more crucial it becomes that you can distinguish friend from foe, alignment from distraction, covenant from counterfeit. Before God takes you to the next level, he trains your discernment, ensuring that you do not bring the wrong people into your destiny, that you are surrounded by those who will uplift and support you, not hinder or betray you. And one of the primary tools he uses in this training is the stare, the silent language of the eyes. People reveal their true spirit when they look at you, their reactions betraying everything you need to know, even before they utter a single word. Some stare with admiration, recognizing the hand of God upon your life, the divine favor that radiates from your very being. Some stare with curiosity, your presence disrupting their carefully constructed assumptions, challenging their limited worldview. Some stare with confusion, sensing your depth but unable to fathom its vastness, struggling to understand the complexities of your soul. And some stare with hostility, your light irritating their darkness, exposing the shadows they prefer to keep hidden. Every stare is a spiritual X-ray, a revealing glimpse into the inner landscape of the observer. But let us delve even further into this profound truth. The way people react to you is often inextricably tied to the calling you carry, the divine purpose etched into your soul. There is something about you, a unique energy, that signals leadership, influence, purpose, and elevation. Even before you step into your next season, Before you fully embrace the destiny that awaits you, others can feel it. They sense the authority that is burgeoning within you, the future God is preparing for you, the breakthrough that is forming in the unseen realms. For some, this inspires them, igniting a spark of hope and possibility within their own hearts. For others, it intimidates them, forcing them to confront their own limitations and unfulfilled potential. This is why certain individuals feel compelled to either embrace you wholeheartedly or reject you completely. Rarely is there anything in between. Neutrality is a rare commodity when it comes to a chosen one. You do not evoke lukewarm reactions. You evoke clarity, forcing people to confront their true feelings. People must decide how they feel about you because your very presence demands authenticity, stripping away facades and revealing the truth that lies beneath. You are not someone who can be half loved or half respected. Your energy requires full honesty, whether positive or negative. But do not misunderstand, this is not a burden you must carry. It is a shield, a divine protection against those who would seek to harm or hinder you. God uses people's reactions to guide you, their eyes revealing their true intentions, allowing you to avoid unnecessary pain and heartache. Their discomfort reveals their spiritual misalignment, giving you the wisdom to keep your distance. Their quiet admiration reveals those you can trust in future seasons, the allies who will stand by your side as you navigate the path ahead. Every reaction is information. Every stare is instruction. A divine filtration system ensuring that only the right ones gain access to your heart, your dreams, your plans, and your spirit. Chosen one, you were never meant to walk blindly into relationships, partnerships, or environments. You carry too much weight, too much purpose, too much destiny to allow yourself to be led astray. God built discernment into your very soul, ensuring that you would not be deceived, manipulated, or delayed by the wrong connections. And because of this divine protection, He allows you to feel what others cannot feel, to see what others cannot see, to navigate the world with a heightened sense of awareness. But there is an even deeper layer to this revelation, the layer of spiritual assignment, the understanding that your presence has a profound impact on the world around you. When you step into a room, your presence doesn't just shift the environment, it tests it, revealing the hidden truths that lie beneath the surface. This does not mean you are judging others. It simply means that your light awakens truth, causing it to rise to the surface. Those who carry goodness within them feel affirmed in your presence, their own light amplified by yours. Those who carry unresolved wounds feel exposed, their pain brought to the forefront. Those who carry impure intentions feel threatened, their carefully constructed facades crumbling under the weight of your unwavering truth. Your presence is not aggressive. It is revealing, a gentle but unwavering force that exposes what lies hidden. And this revealing is a form of spiritual cleansing, a purification of the environment you inhabit. This is why people sometimes act differently around you, their behavior shifting in unexpected ways. They confess things they never planned to share, secrets tumbling from their lips like stones from a broken dam. They behave more respectfully, their actions guided by a newfound sense of awareness. They become unusually quiet, as if silenced by the weight of your presence. Or they grow defensive and guarded, erecting walls around themselves in an attempt to shield themselves from your light. The truth is simple. Your presence awakens their conscience, stirring the dormant seeds of morality within their souls. And not everyone is ready for this awakening. Not everyone is willing to confront the darkness within themselves. But whether they are ready or not, your calling requires that you stop apologizing for the effect you have on others. You were not sent here to dim your light for the comfort of those who fear illumination. You were not assigned to shrink so others feel less insecure. You were anointed to shine, chosen to disrupt, called to elevate. Your visibility is not a burden. It is a divine strategy, and we are only midway through understanding its profound depth. Now, chosen one, we must step into a truth that many sense but few can articulate, a truth that lies at the very heart of your being. People are not reacting to your personality, they are reacting to your identity. They are responding to the blueprint of heaven stamped onto your very existence, the divine essence that permeates your soul. You carry something ancient, something sacred, something divinely assigned, a purpose that resonates with the very fabric of the universe. And this assignment is visible in the spiritual realm long before it becomes visible in the natural world, a beacon that draws attention and evokes reaction. For most of your life, you may have assumed that the intensity of people's reactions was due to something you did or did not do. Maybe you thought you were too quiet, too different, too intense, or too observant. You may have blamed your introversion, your shyness, or the way you walk into rooms with a certain stillness that others don't quite know how to interpret. But none of these explanations capture the full truth. People respond to you the way they do because you are marked, chosen, set apart for a divine purpose. When God places His hand on someone, the mark is unmistakable, an indelible stamp that cannot be hidden, muted, or erased. It radiates from you, whether you consciously choose it or not, a beacon that shines brightly for all to see. And those around you, whether spiritually aware or spiritually asleep, feel it, sensing the divine energy that flows through your veins. Some feel drawn to you without knowing why, their spirits recognizing the resonance of your soul. Others feel unsettled, their subconscious recognizing the power you carry even when their conscious mind cannot interpret it. This divine marking is what sets you apart, making you unique and unforgettable. People may forget your name, your voice, or the details of your interactions, but they do not forget the feeling they had in your presence, the impact you had on their spirit. You imprint atmospheres, leaving a lasting mark on the spaces you inhabit. You imprint memories, etching yourself into the fabric of their minds. You imprint spirits, leaving an indelible mark on their very souls. This is why people often tell you, I feel like I've met you before, even when you know for certain they have not. They are not misremembering, they are remembering spiritually, recalling something eternal in you, something that touched realms before time began. You existed in God's mind long before you appeared on this earth, and your spirit bears witness to that truth, resonating with the echoes of eternity. People are responding to the echo of your origin, the divine source from which you sprang forth. Let us delve deeper into this profound understanding. When you walk into a room, your spiritual signature announces itself long before your physical presence does, a ripple of energy that precedes your arrival. Some sense it as peace, a calming presence that soothes their anxieties. Others sense it as authority, a quiet strength that commands respect. Others feel introspection rising within them, a yearning to look inward and examine their own souls. And for a handful, it feels like friction, a clash of energies that creates discomfort. Not because you carry negativity, but because your light confronts what they have been avoiding, forcing them to face the parts of themselves they have neglected. Without speaking a word, you cause people to confront the aspects of themselves they have tried to bury, the truths they have been running from. You do not do this intentionally. Your soul simply shines in a way that exposes what is dim around it, illuminating the shadows and revealing what lies hidden. Chosen one, this is why it is impossible for you to be invisible, even when you long to fade into the background. You were not created to blend in, you were created to stand out as a vessel of divine presence, a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. And everything about you, your sensitivity, your intuition, your depth, your unique way of seeing the world, reflects that purpose, a testament to the divine blueprint etched into your soul. But beyond this inherent radiance, the stare you receive from others is often a sign of spiritual alignment or misalignment, a clue that reveals the true nature of their connection to you. Some individuals feel connected to you instantly, their spirits recognizing each other as kindred souls, drawn together by an invisible force. It's not just chemistry, it's spiritual familiarity, a recognition of shared purpose and destiny. Others feel intimidated, their insecurities rising to the surface as the clarity inside you confronts the confusion inside them. They are unnerved by your unwavering conviction, your unshakable faith in the divine plan. And still others feel protective over you, sensing the innocence or purity of your spirit, even if they cannot explain it. They are drawn to your vulnerability, your willingness to be authentic and true to yourself. All of these reactions are spiritual responses to your divine identity, a recognition of the unique energy you bring to the world. This identity is also the reason you've always felt slightly out of place, a sense of not quite belonging in this world. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone, not because something is wrong with you, but because something is right with you. You do not belong fully to earth, you never have, your home is in higher realms, and your spirit moves with the memory of those ethereal landscapes. This is why you crave depth, meaning, truth, and purpose, a yearning for something beyond the superficial and the mundane. This is why superficiality feels suffocating, a stifling blanket that smothers your soul. This is why your heart longs for the eternal, even when your mind is trying to function in the temporary, a constant reminder of your true home. And here is where the mystery becomes revelation, where the scattered pieces of the puzzle finally come together to form a coherent picture. The reason people react to you so intensely is because they sense that you carry assignment, a divine purpose that extends far beyond your individual existence. You are not here merely to exist, to fill a space and pass through life unnoticed. You are here to shift things, to be a catalyst for change in families, environments, cycles, bloodlines, and destinies. People sense that something about you is different, that you are not like everyone else. They feel that your life is part of a larger spiritual movement, a grand tapestry woven by the hand of God. They may not be able to put it into words, but they feel the gravity of your calling, the weight of responsibility that rests upon your shoulders. Some are drawn to you because their spirit recognizes the healing you carry, the ability to mend broken hearts and soothe troubled souls. Some feel safe in your presence, your energy calming the storms that rage within them, offering them a haven from the chaos of the world. Some feel exposed, their unresolved wounds brought to the surface by your quiet clarity, forcing them to confront the pain they have been avoiding. And some feel threatened, their influence waning as your light shines brighter, signifying the end of their reign over certain environments. But regardless of how they react, one truth remains constant. You shift things simply by being present, a force for change that ripples outwards, impacting everything you touch. And this shift is not accidental, it is intentional, a deliberate act of divine will. Heaven placed you in the world as a divine disruption, a spiritual resistor against darkness, confusion, manipulation, envy, fear, and stagnation. You are a breaker, shattering the chains that bind others to their limitations. You are a carrier of light, illuminating the path for those who have lost their way. You are a living prophecy, a testament to the power of faith and the unwavering love of God. Yet this calling comes with a cost, a price that must be paid for the privilege of serving a higher purpose. It is not easy to be the one others feel before they see, to be spiritually visible while longing for emotional rest. It is not easy to navigate life when others project onto you their expectations, insecurities, fears, and suppressed desires, burdening you with the weight of their unfulfilled potential. But understand this, the weight you feel is not the weight of burden, it is the weight of impact, a testament to the power you wield. God entrusted you with visibility because he entrusted you with responsibility, the ability to influence and shape the world around you. Every stare is a sign, a clue to the path you must tread. Every reaction is guidance, helping you to discern the true intentions of those you encounter. Every shift is preparation, molding you into the leader you are destined to be. You are being prepared not just to be seen, but to be revealed, your true identity unveiled to the world. Not just to be noticed, but to be recognized, your divine purpose acknowledged and celebrated. Not just to carry presence, but to walk in power, wielding the authority that is rightfully yours. What comes next depends on your ability to understand who you are, why you stand out, and what heaven is preparing to manifest through your life. And chosen one, the revelation is only deepening from here, the truth unfolding layer by layer. Now we step into one of the most profound revelations of your journey, a truth that will illuminate the path ahead and empower you to embrace your destiny with unwavering faith. People are not only reacting to who you are, they are reacting to who you are becoming, the future that is unfolding within you. Every stare, every shift in the atmosphere, every moment where someone freezes for half a second when your eyes meet is a sign that heaven is unveiling you layer by layer, revealing the masterpiece that God is creating within you. You are stepping into a version of yourself that even you have not fully recognized yet, a more powerful, more confident, more enlightened being. From the outside, your life may seem quiet, ordinary, unassuming. You may even feel as though nothing significant is happening, that you are simply going through the motions of daily life. But the spiritual realm is not quiet, heaven is not still. God has been working behind the scenes, expanding your capacity, sharpening your discernment, elevating your authority, and preparing your spirit to carry more than you ever imagined. He is building a solid foundation beneath you, ensuring that you are ready to bear the weight of your divine purpose. And this preparation radiates outward, influencing the world around you in subtle but profound ways. Others sense this transformation long before you do, feeling the shift in your energy, the burgeoning power that lies dormant within you. This is why people watch you the way they do, not necessarily with their eyes, but with their spirit, sensing the divine potential that is blossoming within you. They feel the tension of transition swirling around you, the anticipation of something significant about to happen. They sense the spiritual weight increasing, the growing responsibility that is settling upon your shoulders. They feel that you are stepping into a higher dimension of yourself, transcending the limitations of your past, and embracing a future filled with boundless possibility. You carry the vibration of someone ascending, someone rising above the ordinary, someone stepping into alignment with divine purpose. An ascension has a way of announcing itself, sending out ripples of energy that are felt by those around you, even before the person ascending even realizes it. People look at you with intensity because they see potential forming before you see manifestation. They recognize the seeds of greatness that are taking root within your soul. They feel the shift in your spirit before you feel the shift in your circumstances, sensing the winds of change that are about to sweep through your life. You have entered a season where heaven is amplifying your identity, amplifying the qualities that make you unique and powerful. What was once subtle is now becoming visible, your hidden strengths and talents emerging into the light. What was once hidden is now being unearthed, the treasures of your spirit being revealed to the world. What was once small is now expanding, your influence and reach growing beyond your wildest dreams. And even strangers sense the magnitude of what God is doing in you, feeling the transformative power that radiates from your very being. But here is the part most do not understand, the secret that lies at the heart of this spiritual transformation. When heaven elevates someone, earth feels it, sending out shockwaves of recognition that resonate through the very fabric of reality. The people who cross your path are witnessing the early signals of a spiritual promotion that has not yet been announced publicly, the whispers of destiny that foretell the greatness to come. Your presence carries the blueprint of where you are going, a map to the future you are destined to inhabit. It carries the scent of breakthrough, the sweet aroma of victory that permeates the air around you. It carries the vibration of destiny, the resonance of a life lived in accordance with divine purpose. It carries the sound of chains breaking, the shattering of limitations that have held you back for too long. It carries the whisper of new doors opening, the promise of opportunities that will propel you towards your destiny. People are reacting to the future that is calling you, the destiny that awaits you just beyond the horizon. And not just any future, a future marked by divine assignment, a future that is not of your own making, but ordained by God himself. A future heavy with purpose, a life dedicated to serving a higher calling. A future soaked in favor, surrounded by blessings and divine protection. A future filled with wisdom, guided by the unwavering hand of God. And a future defined by supernatural alignment, where every step you take is in perfect harmony with the divine plan. Some individuals feel drawn to this future, even if they cannot explain why, their spirits recognizing the magnetic pull of destiny. They sense that your journey is significant, that your life is part of something larger than yourself. They sense that your growth is accelerating, that you are rapidly evolving into the person you were always meant to be. They sense that your spirit is becoming sharper, stronger, and more illuminated, radiating a light that shines brightly in the darkness. Others, however, feel intimidated by this evolution, their insecurities rising to the surface as your success highlights their own failures. Understand this. Your elevation exposes where others chose not to rise, your light revealing the shadows they have refused to confront. When someone senses that you are climbing spiritually, emotionally, or mentally, it forces them to confront their own unwillingness to grow, their own resistance to change. Your light does not only shine, it reveals, exposing the truth that lies hidden beneath the surface. And revelation can be uncomfortable, forcing people to confront aspects of themselves they would rather ignore. This is why you have noticed certain individuals acting differently around you recently, their behavior shifting in unexpected ways. Some are suddenly more curious, wanting to be near you or understand you, drawn to the light that radiates from your being. Some grow silent, unsure how to navigate the new version of you, struggling to reconcile the person they knew with the powerful force you are becoming. Some become distant, as though your presence reminds them of the promises they did not keep to themselves, the dreams they abandoned along the way. And others become subtly competitive or envious, not because you threatened them, but because your growth exposed the areas where they refused to change, their stagnation highlighting their own lack of progress. But in all of this, there is a divine strategy at work, a master plan orchestrated by God himself. God allows people to react to your evolution before you fully evolve, preparing you for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. He is using their reactions as a training ground, honing your discernment and strengthening your resolve. The stairs are practice, each step preparing you for the climb ahead. The shifts are training, molding you into the leader you are destined to be. The reactions are preparation, teaching you how to navigate the complex dynamics of human relationships. Heaven is teaching you how to carry elevation without losing yourself, how to maintain humility while being lifted to new heights, how to manage influence without absorbing negativity, how to wield power without succumbing to pride, how to remain grounded while being revealed, your true identity unveiled to the world, and how to stay true to your divine purpose while being chosen, set apart for a higher calling. You must not forget this, chosen one. Your journey is not only about becoming, it is about awakening, a spiritual transformation that will not only elevate you, but also inspire those around you. The reason people feel such intensity around you is because your awakening awakens them, stirring dormant dreams and igniting forgotten passions. Something inside you calls something inside them to rise, a deep resonance that speaks to their very souls. Something in your spirit whispers to their forgotten purpose, reminding them of the potential they have left untapped. Something in your transformation challenges their complacency, urging them to break free from the limitations they have imposed upon themselves. People stare because your life reminds them that their soul is sleeping, that they have settled for less than they were meant to achieve. Your presence stirs dormant dreams, rekindling the embers of hope that have been buried beneath layers of fear and doubt. Your energy provokes spiritual memory, triggering recollections of a past life, of a time when they were more aligned with their divine purpose. Your authenticity exposes their masks, forcing them to confront the false personas they have adopted to fit in. Your clarity reveals their confusion, shedding light on the shadows that have clouded their judgment. This does not make you superior, it makes you chosen, set apart for a specific purpose. Chosen to awaken the rooms you enter, to be a catalyst for change in the spaces you inhabit. Chosen to disrupt what needs changing, to challenge the status quo and pave the way for a better future. Chosen to carry a light that refuses to dim in the presence of darkness, a beacon of hope that shines brightly even in the darkest of times. In truth, you've always felt you were walking towards something larger, something unseen but undeniably real, a destiny that awaits you just beyond the horizon. That inner pull, that persistent whisper, that sense that you were created for more, it was not your imagination. It was prophecy unfolding inside you, a divine plan being set into motion. It was destiny tugging on your spirit, urging you to embrace the path that was laid out for you long before you were born. It was God preparing you for the very season you are stepping into now, a season of unprecedented growth and transformation. People are not staring at who you are, they are staring at the becoming, witnessing the unfolding of your divine potential. They see what you cannot yet see, the greatness that lies dormant within you, waiting to be unleashed, the authority forming in your voice, the confidence that resonates with every word you speak, the wisdom sharpening in your spirit, the clarity that guides your every decision, the confidence rising in your soul, a quiet strength that empowers you to face any challenge, the influence stretching around your life, the ability to impact the world in profound ways. You are evolving, expanding, ascending, and those around you feel the shift before you do, sensing the transformative power that is radiating from your very being. Chosen one, this is not the end of the revelation. It is the opening of a doorway, a portal to a new realm of possibility. And what comes next will explain why your becoming required so much breaking, so much isolation, and so much spiritual weight, the trials and tribulations that shaped you into the person you are today. As your spirit rises and your identity sharpens, you will notice another layer to the way people respond to you, a subtle but significant shift in their behavior. Your presence activates what has been sleeping in them, stirring dormant dreams and igniting forgotten passions. This activation is not always gentle. Sometimes, it is a jarring awakening that forces people to confront uncomfortable truths. For some, you remind them of the faith they abandoned, the beliefs they cast aside in their pursuit of worldly success. For others, you stir the dreams they buried under fear, the aspirations they silenced because they were afraid of failure. And for many, you confront the emptiness they tried to fill with noise, distraction, or ambition, the hollow pursuits that left them feeling unfulfilled. You do not do this intentionally, your very existence becomes a spiritual catalyst, triggering a chain reaction of self-reflection and transformation. When people encounter you, they encounter an invitation to return to themselves, to reconnect with the essence of who they truly are. They sense a clarity inside you that exposes their confusion, a beacon of light that guides them through the fog of uncertainty. They sense a purity in your energy that challenges their compromise, a reminder of the moral compass they have allowed to stray. And they sense a strength in your spirit that shines light on their weakness, a testament to the power of faith and the unwavering love of God. You are not judging them, your alignment is judging what is misaligned within them, creating a sense of discomfort that prompts them to examine their own lives. This is why your growth unsettles people who remain in the same place, your rising highlighting the places where they stayed small, trapped by their own limitations. Your transformation shows them what they refuse to become, the potential they have allowed to wither and die. Your awakening calls out to the part of them that is still asleep, urging them to break free from the chains that bind them to their complacency. And while some respond with gratitude or admiration, recognizing the gift of your presence, others react with distance, discomfort, or unspoken resentment, struggling to reconcile your success with their own perceived failures. But none of this is meant to discourage you. It is meant to prepare you for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Elevation requires emotional neutrality, the ability to remain grounded and centered in the face of both praise and criticism. Purpose requires spiritual awareness, the ability to discern the true intentions of those around you and to navigate the complexities of human relationships. Calling requires the ability to see beyond reactions, to understand the underlying motivations that drive people's behavior. God is teaching you to read what lies beneath the surface, to decipher the hidden messages that are communicated through subtle cues and unspoken emotions. He is training you to discern what every stare, shift, or silence means, equipping you with the wisdom to navigate the world with confidence and grace. Not so you become suspicious, but so you become wise, able to protect yourself from harm and to surround yourself with those who will support and uplift you. The environments you will walk into next, the rooms you will stand in, the people you will influence will require a level of insight that can't be shaken by emotion, a discerning spirit that is not swayed by flattery or intimidated by threats. Your presence will continue to confront, uplift, and awaken, serving as a catalyst for change in the lives of those you encounter. This is part of your purpose, the reason you were chosen for this divine assignment. You were not chosen to fit in, to blend into the background and conform to the expectations of others. You were chosen to shift atmospheres, to transform the spaces you inhabit and to create an environment where others can thrive. And the way people look at you is not a verdict, a judgment on your worth or your abilities. It is confirmation that the light inside you refuses to be ignored, a beacon of hope that shines brightly in the darkness. Chosen one, you are awakening, and the world is adjusting to the sound of your rising, the ripple effects of your transformation spreading far and wide. Embrace the journey, trust in the divine plan, and know that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way. As you move deeper into the truth of who you are and who you are becoming, you must understand something essential, a fundamental principle that will guide you on your path. The way people react to you is not a distraction, it is a divine curriculum, a carefully crafted lesson designed to prepare you for your destiny. Heaven is shaping you through the eyes of others, using their reactions as a mirror to reflect your own strengths and weaknesses, your potential and your limitations. Their stares, their pauses, their unspoken emotions are preparing you for the visibility, responsibility, and spiritual authority you are destined to carry, the weight of influence that will rest upon your shoulders. Every chosen one undergoes this training, a rigorous process designed to mold them into the leaders they are meant to be. Before God elevates you publicly, He elevates you spiritually, preparing you for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Before you walk in influence, you must learn how to interpret the silent language of human behavior, to decipher the hidden messages that are communicated through subtle cues and unspoken emotions. Before you rise into your calling, you must understand how your presence impacts the world around you, the ripples of influence that extend far beyond your immediate sphere. This is why your life has never been subtle, why you have always been different, why you have always stood out from the crowd. This is why people have always reacted to you intensely, drawn to your light or repelled by your difference. This is why you cannot walk into a room without shifting the atmosphere, your presence creating a palpable change in the energy of the space. These experiences teach you endurance, the ability to withstand the storms of life and to remain steadfast in your faith. They teach you discernment, the wisdom to distinguish between friend and foe, alignment and distraction. They teach you how to remain grounded when others feel discomfort or fascination in your presence, to maintain your sense of self in the face of both praise and criticism. God is strengthening your emotional foundation, ensuring that when attention grows, you are not swayed by praise or wounded by projection, that you remain true to yourself and your divine purpose. Chosen one, you must recognize this truth. People feel your purpose before they see it, sensing the divine destiny that is unfolding within you. Their spirit senses what your life is evolving into, the greatness that is taking shape beneath the surface. They react to your potential long before it becomes public reality, witnessing the early stages of your transformation and sensing the power that is about to be unleashed. To them, you carry the vibration of someone rising, someone breaking patterns, someone stepping into a future that holds more weight than your past, a future that is both challenging and rewarding. Some respond with admiration because they see the beauty of your unfolding, witnessing the transformation that is taking place within you and recognizing the divine potential that you possess. Some respond with envy because your growth exposes where they limited theirs, forcing them to confront their own unfulfilled potential and the choices that led them astray. Some respond with confusion because they cannot understand what makes you. You are different, and some will meet you with resistance, a knee-jerk reaction born from the shadows you unintentionally expose, the truths they desperately try to keep hidden. But whether it's resistance or welcome, celebration or scorn, remember that every reaction, every glance, every whispered word is a revelation. They are all unknowingly revealing something crucial about your journey, about the shift that is happening within you and the impact it's having on the world around you. You are shifting dimensions, ascending to a higher plane of being. Your elevation is not just a fanciful theory, a philosophical concept debated in ivory towers. No, it is happening spiritually first, deep within the core of your being. And the world, both seen and unseen, is reacting to the version of you that heaven itself is carefully, lovingly preparing, even if you haven't fully stepped into that radiant, powerful version just yet. This is precisely why God, in his infinite wisdom, is teaching you the invaluable art of emotional neutrality. You are being trained to navigate the turbulent waters of human emotion, to remain steadfast and unshakable in the face of all reactions, whether they be positive or negative, praise or criticism. A true leader cannot be swayed by the fleeting applause of the crowd, cannot allow their ego to become inflated by superficial praise. A visionary, someone who can see beyond the veil, cannot be discouraged by the inevitable misunderstandings that arise when one dares to challenge the status quo. And a chosen one, a soul marked for a higher purpose, cannot live their life trying to shrink themselves, to dim their light, just to fit into the comfortable, often stifling molds of others. You are being trained, refined, and forged in the fires of experience to walk with unwavering confidence into environments where your very presence speaks volumes, where your light shines so brightly that it illuminates the darkness around you. You are learning to stand tall, to remain grounded and centered, even when others, burdened by their own insecurities, project their fears and anxieties onto you. And most importantly, you are being shaped, molded, and prepared to carry influence, to wield the power that is being bestowed upon you, in a way that is anchored in humility, rooted in compassion, and guided by spiritual maturity. Because what comes next, the next chapter in your destiny, will require that strength, that resilience, that unwavering commitment to your calling. Your destiny includes visibility, a platform to share your gifts and talents with the world. But it's not for vanity, not for self-aggrandizement, but for a higher purpose, for the betterment of humanity. Your voice will matter. Your words will resonate with those who need to hear them. Your perspective will matter. Your unique insights will bring clarity and understanding to complex issues. And your presence will matter. Your energy will uplift and inspire those around you. And what people feel now, the subtle shift in their energy when you enter a room, the inexplicable sense of awe or discomfort, is only the shadow, the faintest preview of the authority you will one day carry, the immense power that will be entrusted to you. The stares you receive, the whispers behind your back, the mixed reactions you encounter, are not simply surface-level judgments. They are prophetic signs, confirmations that you are indeed stepping into a higher realm of influence, that you are transcending limitations and embracing your true potential. They are echoes of what your spirit has already become, whispers from the divine that acknowledge the transformation that is taking place within you. They are also gentle reminders that heaven is unveiling you gradually, revealing your true self in stages, so that your character grows strong enough, your spirit becomes confident enough, to carry your calling without fear, without hesitation, without succumbing to the pressures of the world. Chosen one, do not shrink back from the reactions of others. Do not let their opinions, their doubts, their fears, dim your inner light. Do not withdraw from the weight of being seen, from the responsibility that comes with visibility. This is all part of your preparation, your training ground for what is to come. The world senses your rising, it feels the shift in your energy, because heaven has announced it, has broadcast your potential to the cosmos. You are walking into a future that requires visibility, a future where you will be called upon to step into the spotlight and shine brightly, a future that requires courage, the unwavering belief in yourself and your abilities to overcome any obstacle, and a future that requires a spirit trained to discern truth from falsehood, to interpret the signs and symbols that guide your path, and to stand firm in your convictions, even when faced with opposition. You are being molded, sculpted, and refined into someone who can handle the magnitude of their purpose, someone who can embrace their destiny with grace, humility, and unwavering determination. Chosen one, the world is watching, not to judge you, not to tear you down, but to witness the incredible transformation that God is working within you, to marvel at the beauty and power of your unfolding potential. And soon, very soon, what they sense in their spirit, that undeniable feeling of awe and inspiration when they are in your presence, you will see with your own eyes, you will experience firsthand the manifestation of your divine purpose. As this message reaches its sacred conclusion, as the final words resonate within your soul, let your spirit rest in the truth of what has been revealed. You now understand why they stare, why they pause, why something within them awakens when you enter the room. It is because heaven has marked you, has placed its seal upon your soul. Your presence speaks before your voice, your light moves before your steps, and your destiny is already recognized in realms you cannot yet see. Anointed one, a supernatural transfer is already unfolding around you, a shift in the spiritual atmosphere of your life. Even now, the very fabric of your reality is changing. What once resisted you is releasing you. The obstacles that once stood in your way are crumbling to dust. What once hid from you, the opportunities and blessings that were just beyond your reach, is being delivered to you, presented to you on a silver platter. You are standing in your Kairos moment, the divinely appointed time, the perfect alignment of circumstances where recognition becomes revelation and revelation becomes manifestation. May the peace of God wrap around you like a protective mantle, shielding you from doubt and fear. May your discernment sharpen with holy clarity, allowing you to see the path ahead with unwavering certainty. May doors open for you, not because of your own efforts, but because your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered, because the power of your destiny precedes you. May every blessing aligned with your purpose find you without delay, flowing into your life with effortless grace. Chosen one, remain faithful, stay true to your calling, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding for you. Stay aligned with the flow of the anointing that is rising through your life. Allow it to guide your steps and empower your actions. Walk forward with gratitude for what is coming, for the blessings that are on the horizon are far greater than anything you have experienced in the past. If this word touched your spirit, if these words resonated with the deepest part of your being, acknowledge it with intention. Let your voice be heard. Speak in the comments, share your thoughts and insights with others, stay connected to this community of lightworkers and truth seekers, or simply whisper your yes to heaven, affirming your commitment to your divine purpose. Go now in strength, in peace, and in divine confidence, knowing that you are loved, you are supported, and you are destined for greatness.